Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Intuitive Reader The Revert. I am a highly intuitive empath here to bring you enlightenment, guidance, knowledge. I'm also a spiritual life coach. So part of my mission is to bring you knowledge, to assist you in becoming the best version of yourself. And I've been getting a lot of requests by those that I'm coaching to share certain contents, and also those contents are things that I've been wanting to share. So today's video is entitled Why Do We Chase Love? And also disclaimer, everything that I say, they are from personal experience, and personal experience is divided into, so 50% of it means that it's directly from me. I've personally went through it, so I'm able to speak on it, or I've assisted someone to go through that experience. So that's a little disclaimer. So I'm gonna get right into it. So again, this video I have 4 points on why we chase love, and also the videos that I'm doing are specifically, let's say this video. These videos are targeted to specific type of people, specific type of people that are on a spiritual journey, a very personal. We all have our personal journey, but this is a personal journey towards enlightenment, towards understanding why we're here, understanding your purpose in life, how to get the abundance that you deserve, that is here for you, that's yours to obtain, you know. But in order to get to that level, there's certain basic things in life that we need to understand. The law of the universe, you know, the law of good and good versus evil, light versus dark. What you put out, you attract. All these type of things, understand? So these are basic things that we have to understand, acknowledge, and accept in order to get the enlightenment that we seek. Okay? And so the first point that I channeled was fear of abandonment. Okay, so we chase love because we fear abandonment. We fear abandonment, to be left alone, to be alone, because at a certain point in our life, we suppress so many things. It's not even funny. And those things that we suppress, we act them out unconsciously in our adult life, in our everyday life, and in our relationships. And when we end up in turmoil, we don't understand why. We don't understand. You know, we're just left in so much confusion, and that confusion leads to depression because we just don't understand. We don't have clarity, and because we don't have clarity, we're left in the dark, you know, and the dark brings on the depression and other illnesses, physical and mental, and we just don't understand why. Like, for example, and these are things that I studied like all the time, like, you know, I've been getting, it's like for the past year or so, it's suddenly like out of nowhere, I've just been experiencing these like pain in my stomach. And I went, I think it was last last year, uh, Christmas Eve. I left work and I ended up in the emergency room because the pain was so bad. They did all the tests and all of these things, and it's just like they couldn't find anything. And it was very frustrating to me because it's like I'm feeling all of this stuff and I'm going to the doctor and it's like nothing, they can't find anything ever. And then later on, it's like my intuition told me to Google blocked chakra. And when I Google it, I'm like, these are things that you know, but it's like life goes so fast and we're always like on to the next thing. We're always overstimulated by so many things. It's like we know stuff, but then it's like we don't really know. And then when I had looked at it, it's like everything that I was experiencing was in the description of the blocked chakra. So it's like understanding that we need to first listen to our inner voice, and also to understand that no one can know more about you than you. Okay, so it's like when we're in all of these confusions and all of these things, again, it just brings about all of these types of depression and physical illnesses. And now that I got that clarity, the problem is not fixed because I think it's like attached to other problems that I have. But just the fact of listening to my inner voice, searching Google, and then it's like it clicked in my head. It's like, okay, trust yourself. Like, listen to your inner voice. Like, we have the knowledge that we're looking for. But sometimes, or, like I said, it's like we're just bombarded by information. We're overstimulated, so we get lost. So that's why it's very important, especially on a spiritual journey, to have a spiritual coach. And that's why I'm here. That's my life purpose. I'm following Annalise's reprogramming to the same thing, get away from the programming in the subconscious mind that's blocking our growth and our ability to obtain our abundance. So her channel is Twin Flame Transformation. So she's just, her energy is just it's amazing. You just, oh my God. Okay, so to start, fear of abandonment. So at a certain point in your life, you were abandoned or felt abandoned. And then what we do is there's two things. It's either throughout our, let's say, teenage years, we either adapt to unhealthy and toxic ways to suppress that pain, or what happens is that you never found the tools to block that pain that you've experienced at a certain point in your life of being abandoned by someone close to you. Majority of the time it has to do with parents. And so what happens is that in case number 2, that you've never found the tools, is that we end up in the relationships and we overcompensate, burn ourselves out in hopes of being enough for that person so that they won't abandon us. So this is why we chase love. And for case, the first case where you adapted toxic ways of suppressing that pain, and then it's like we think we've cut the cord, right? We think we're cured, but you're not. You've just learned how to suppress it. But you're not very successful at it because as soon as you get into a relationship, there's triggers to show you that it's still there. So then what happens is that the same thing. So you get triggered and then you respond in the same way. It's like overcompensate in a negative way. No, not in this one. You don't overcompensate. You use those toxic tools that you've learned throughout your life to manipulate the relationship, the circumstance, to win. So you have a control and the person or the situation won't end, or the person won't leave. Point number 2, I wrote not feeling good enough. So it kind of relates to the first point. So not feeling good enough, basically, it's like, it goes back to because when we don't feel good enough, how that looks like in a real life situation, it's like when you start to complain that I'm doing everything, I'm giving my all, and I'm not getting back what I deserve, or I'm not getting back the equal amount of what I put out. So subconsciously, what that looks like, you don't think that you're good enough. So then again, we go back to overcompensating, doing too much, giving and giving and giving, but you internally know you're expressing it. You're not getting back what you deserve. But we don't walk away. No, we don't. We chase it. We try to do more. We try to give more. We're burned out, but it's okay. Let's do more. Let's give more. Let's excuse the bad behavior more. Maybe I'm not understanding him more. Maybe I'm too hard on them. I don't want to say him or them. It's just more natural for me, but it's either way. And I know both cases, and it's worse for the men because society's put so much pressure on the men to perform, act. Men are not really encouraged to be who they are or express their feelings. It's considered weak. So for a man to verbalize that he doesn't feel good enough is like practically impossible. But you're still a human being. You still deserve love inside of you, in terms of like, how should I say it? Like the biology part, certain stuff like heart, blood, lungs, heart. Let's just stick with heart. You know, if you take a heart, a female heart and a male heart, and put it on the table, I don't think from your eyes you can tell which one is male or female, but it's still a heart. And society has suppressed that notion, and this is why we suffer. We suffer in unhealthy and toxic relationship because of so much suppression. But it's time to ask ourselves raw, hard, honest truth. It's time to go deep. The transformation program, it's like, even this video, I literally last night had a panic attack, and I had to seek out guidance from my coach, Annalise. She has in the program, you get to be like in this exclusive club. There's a WhatsApp group, and it's like available to you, like one click of a button. Anything that you're going through, you just like, and you have all these people that are going through the same exact thing. They'll answer you right away. And why I had the panic attack was, for me, was the not feeling good enough. This is like the raw truth, because I'm a perfectionist, and I just want the video or the information to come out clear, for it to be perfect. Okay. So these are things, and it blocked me, because I could have made this video last night. But in the video, and what we have to learn is that there's no mistakes. Everything is just a learning experience to make you elevate. You know, here I am making the video, you know. So, and that's her. Okay, hold on. Synchronicities, oh my God, the universe. She's saying hello. It's like she's hearing me. Probably when she'll watch the video, she'll like, oh my God. Hi, Anna. Wow, this is amazing. I just love the spiritual journey. Like, this is what happens. This is live. This is live. Okay, so point number 3. We chase love because we put more love into the other person than we put in ourselves. And that is due to a lack of self-love. And the lack of self-love is because we just don't know how. We were never taught how. We were never given the tools, healthy tools. That's why throughout your teenage years, you know, you had to like find ways. So that can be in the form of like celebrities, you know. We're always searching and seeking. It's a never-ending thing, you know. We don't have good examples around us. The last people we should be looking at is celebrities, like, and that's like a whole nother video in itself. But that's it. We just don't know how. We don't know how to love ourselves. But if it's one thing, society, TV, media is great in promoting love, promoting what it should look like, promoting what the man should do in love, promoting what the woman should do in love. But is that real? Is that real? Or is that fiction? They promote what it should look like, aka on the surface, superficial. But we, the humans, in front of the screen, in front of our cell phones, we're the ones feeling it. We're the ones living it. And there's no one around us to guide us. Because, they always say every relationship is unique in itself. So imagine a spiritual one. Who's there to help you? Who's there to guide you? Who's there to give you the tools? Who's there to say, I've been through what you've been through on a personal level, spiritual level, religious level? Who's there for you? So, again, this is my life's purpose, to be that someone, because again, I've had to learn the hard way, and I'm still reprogramming. It's never ending. And even those who answer me or respond to me, they confirm themselves or reassure me by saying they are still, the process is never ending. But you need tools, you need help. Fourth and last point is not knowing the real meaning of love. So it kind of goes back to the media and society. Okay, because not everyone goes through this. There are certain people, they have, like, we call it the cookie cutter life. Okay, because they had the female, the woman and the man, they were given the tools from an early age how to love themselves. They've had the encouragement and all of these wonderful and great things that we all deserve. So they've had that guidance from mom and dad, support, love, like in a bubble all their life. So that's all they know. And they will attract someone that had the same lifestyle, and they will then create that lifestyle. So not everyone goes through what you're going through, what I went through. No one can relate to the people around me. Only, I would say 2. And they're from, like, different backgrounds and different culture, different age. But other than these 2 people, and I'm, like, considered very well known where I am. I'm well known. But let's say on a deep, intimate, it's like all, like, across the board, deep, like, intimately, spiritually, religiously, personally, I only have, like, 2 people, and these 2 people, they don't have the tools. So even if I do have, they don't have the tools either. So we're just like the blind leading the blind. Everyone's blind, but for me, the only tool that I've always had that I've always relied on was my intuition, is my gut feeling. I've been how should I say it in a politically correct way? Okay, no politically correct way. In my raw truth, I was crucified. I was crucified for being who I am, for making decisions, for making decisions that I made, the times that I made it, and let's say not having a politically correct answer to why not having a response to satisfy those who are asking me the questions based on what society, I've never followed, like ever since I was like 13, 14. Like I've always moved to the beat of my own drums, and that has some heavy consequences. These type of journeys are lonely, but when you accept it, when you accept yourself, you accept your gifts, you accept who you are, what you've came here to do, when you understand that you have a purpose to fulfill that's greater than that's greater than anything that's going on around you, it gives you peace. It gives you peace at night. Because when I look back, or even when I share my story, people are always shocked. But today, today, not just today, because I'm always working on myself. I'm my greatest tool. It's just that now I'm in a place in my life where I need tools. I need my spiritual team, my soul family, and they're coming in. They're just coming in. They're coming in. Because I know that where I'm meant to go, I can't do it alone. I can't rely on the knowledge that I have. And I'm just like so grateful. And I wouldn't want to be anywhere else than where I am today. But again, it's a very lonely, hard, but very beautiful journey, filled with synchronicities, filled with love from your soul family. So it's just up to you to align to your inner truth and see what happens. Because I said in the the first video, even if I know myself, I don't know tomorrow. I don't know the people that are meant to be in my life. I don't know those who are there to teach me a lesson. What lesson? I don't know. I just know myself. But it's the best place to start. And trust that. Believe in your inner voice. Believe in yourself. Believe in God, your angels. Because that's the purpose of life. That's why we are here. It's to experience abundance. But there's work to do. And when you do the work, it does come to you. I can attest. I have a million stories. I said that in the first video. I have a million stories. How things just fell right into my hands. So when that happens to you, like once, twice, and it's not like little things. The way how God orchestrates, aligns events and circumstances for certain people that are on a certain type of, it's mind-blowing. Just one or two is enough to like wake you up and be like, there's something bigger going on here. Okay. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope it's beneficial. I hope that you all will be blessed, enlightened, and speak to you soon. Bye.